Well, here we have it, largely completed. You can see things are growing quite nicely. We're in the last day of October, and you can see around the surrounds of the bed I've put in like a series of 8 star pickets or waratahs, depending on where you come from, and I've tied a rope around the top of those waratahs, largely as a framework for the netting to go over. Now that netting is actually bird netting, but I got it cheap online, and I put it mainly up to keep the butterflies out here. We had a lot of butterflies, the cabbage white butterflies, flying around for the last couple of months, and since I've put that on, I've only had 2 or 3 of them get inside it. So all the brassicas, broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage and so forth, haven't been affected by them. So it's done its job. For a cheap outlay, it saved me having to go through and, I want to do things organically, so I haven't had to use any chemicals. And I've also tried to do things on the cheap. So if I take a closer look, you can see in the top of the star pickets, I've just tied a knot through those ropes, and I've tied it right around the top of all the star pickets, which are just banged into the ground, kept uniform at the same height. And then I've used zip ties and just tied a section of garden hose right through the centre of the bed, and I've put a series of 4.5 litres per hour mist nozzles on it, and I've just run that hose along there and along the ground and to a central timing unit, which I've adjusted so that the water comes on and irrigates the bed 3 times a day at 8-hour increments for approximately 7 minutes. I adjusted it slightly. As things grew, they started using more water. So yeah, it comes on for 7 minutes 3 times a day. And what I've also got is this filler point here, which is where, once a week I'll put my hose in there and just top the water up that's in the base of the bed, and it takes about a minute to fill it. So the water's always being used through a process of evapotranspiration. You do lose some, as the plants use it, and of course it evaporates into the atmosphere with the heat here, because already we're striking multiple days per week of over 30 degrees Celsius. But what I can tell you is I've applied a layer of organic mulch from our compost facility, and things have been going really well. Now I've just cut all this back this morning, and what I'll do is I'll lift the netting up and give you a description of what's going on with the vegetables, so you can get a bit of a clearer look without the netting in the focus.